Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Here's a walk around I really want to do. It's a military style Caterpillar D4 and everything about it is correct for military configuration during World War II. We'll get a read on the serial number first. This should be either a 2T, 7J, or 5T by the looks of it. Sure enough, it's a 2T 6585 SP. So that means we've got the D4400 diesel engine in it. It's got the larger square block style governor for military equipment. It has the correct curved front perforated grill guard on it. We've got the belly pan slash crankcase guard down below. And of course, lots of iron in this Letourneau overhead cable controlled dozer blade. This is the straight blade version right here, and looks like we must have, I bet there's a captured spring inside here possibly. Of course, we've got a crank right here too, so that may be like a worm style drive in there for adjusting the pitch of the blade. I may stand to be corrected. I don't know a ton about these, but we've got double pulley sheave right there, goes up to the block overhead. The trunnions, the push points for the blade arms pivot centrally on the track frame, and then the overhead cable frame bracing goes forward and back just above that. Back end of it, well, we've got this overhead rack that the cable goes through, down through that sheave into this. So primary drum, Heister D4 winch, lots of weight in that. And then above the Heister winch, we have this Letourneau power control unit. Looks like a single drum, single spool, and that's what would run the cable then for the dozer blade. And this thing's just as heavy on the back end with extra equipment as it is on the front. Undercarriage on it honestly looks pretty stand up from what I can see. Grouser bars are getting a bit on the short side, but the rails look excellent. Pins and bushings feel good, sprockets look good, carriers look good, idlers look good. And what little we can see of the bottom rollers, they look good as well. Side mounted fender tank, correct for this configuration. Toolbox on the fender. And over here, I believe this is the brake lever for the Heister D4 winch. And this, I think, is an in or out for the other control unit on top, and I think this may be a control for the blade cable control unit as well. But again, I stand to be corrected on all this, as I have never operated one. Otherwise, standard platform 2T series D4. This is the one that has the starting engine that feeds the heating jacket around the intake manifold for the diesel engine. Of course, my 5J1113 is the early style that just blasts it out, exhausts it out into the atmosphere, whereas this one they learned they need to start capturing that to aid in the preheating of the diesel. Gear drive generator, integrally mounted regulator on it. This thing is set up correct. It's got everything on it that it should. It's even got the correct low style muffler on the diesel exhaust. Neat unit. But there's more. That's right, Tumblebug scraper. Now this is a Tumblebug. I've pasted out. This drum is at least 6 feet wide, and we're looking at, I would bet, 3 feet deep. Heavy steel construction in it. I bet this would even make an RD6 scratch. Interesting stops for the rotating mechanism, and how you put those square-headed bolts on edge and fill up all those slots. It's like they even got some numbers in there. And you know it's a heavy Tumblebug when they put wheels on the back. And they've got scrapers for them too. I suppose that helps you to maintain grade better when you don't start building clods on the wheels and it starts bumping on you and going up and down. So you got an assist spring on that linkage right there. Same adjustable stops on this side. Heavy iron in it. I mean, just look at the size of the skid shoes down on the bottom. The bowl looks good, cutting edge looks good yet. Heavy frame, and looking at that hitch, This thing has done some pulling in its day. I bet they have moved some serious material. It's also got a pivoting, articulating hitch in it too. We've got this piece runs inside this double sleeve, so this this yoke can pivot as well as tilt like that on the main piece that goes in the bar. And a great big roller, lots of iron. That is a heck of a Tumblebug right there. Like I say, that would even put a load on the RD6. So another interesting walk around. Thank you for watching, everyone. I hope to see you all back again.